Okay.
6 o'clock, we'll call the planning commission meeting to order. First order of business here is the consent to agenda.
Scott's on the waiting room here.
There you go.
Yep.
Scott's going.
Scott is doing it remotely too.
First order of business would be a consent to the agenda from the minutes from last meeting, and that's to be found on page 1.
I make a motion to consent
Approve the minutes.
From February 16, 2021. Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Motion is made, seconded. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. And we do have a a public hearing at 6:05. I don't know if there's much else we can do before then. We are missing Mr. Brad tonight. Huh?
I will do that.
Oh, okay. Did you want to, can you get it done in 3.5 minutes there, Ms. Johnson?
I can. So
Okay, go ahead.
you will see that the outstanding permits are a part of your agenda. To date, in 2021, we've issued 12 permits. That's probably right on where we are with the weather and the cold that we got. We do have a new dwelling coming in. That permit was brought in today, a new accessory shed today, a fence today. I had calls on windows and siding today, and we're looking at possible some business expansions in the future. So things are moving, a lot of phone calls, a lot of people asking about permits, and I know people are getting bids and realizing the construction costs that have increased, but a lot of activity on the phone side. And then, of course, those just today, a lot of planning and building stuff just today has come in. So you see that, gradually increasing as weather gets better.
This is something that you can probably speak on, probably even better than Brad. How did it play out to do I just remember like 1.5 years, 2 years ago, we did a deal where if you bought a lot, they provided the free hookups. Did that prove fruitful?
Sure, so that was the housing incentive, and that was brought on, Renee had developed that with the EDAP board.
Yeah.
And for whatever house that you were to build, and it could be anywhere within the city, you would get a $2,500 deferred payment or agreement, plus water and sewer hookup, plus a free boulevard tree. We've already completed the first 10, so they approved an additional 10, and I just issued a check last week Friday, and I believe that would be number 12 or 13 that were done. They also approved 10 for rentals, so if you were to buy a lot, build it, and then rent that property out, there's also an incentive package for those.
Really?
So that has gone over extremely well.
Excellent. Well, thank you.
And then just on the next meeting is Monday, April 19th.
Yes.
I do have 1 or 2 variances that could be pending for that meeting. So those are kind of coming down the pipe. So that meeting looks like it's going to happen. So if you thought that would be canceled, it probably will not be.
No, I'll be participating in that one, so that will happen, I promise you. Yes.
Your variance is coming out.
Yes, it is
Yeah.
coming at us.
Yeah.
All right. Just another 30 seconds here or so, and we can start our public hearing. Doesn't look like we're going to have any public,
Well, we have 2 on the,
other than the participants.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scott is on here, but he doesn't have his microphone on. He has no sound.
Lance, is that going to be an issue, Lance?
Scott, you don't have your sound on.
Muted.
No.
All right, so it is 6:05.
He's trying to find it, it looks like.
It is 6:05, so we will close our planning commission meeting and open up the preliminary plat public hearing. Easy for me to say. And that is on page 5. I'll just read the comments here real quickly, just for the record. The city has received a preliminary plat application submitted by Lance Lewis, Lewis Industries, to replat outlet A of Paydelco, current railroad bed. Please review the attached application report. report and recommendation of planning board regarding application for approval of preliminary plat entitled subdivision of Outlet A Paydelco. Mr. Lewis plans to build over the railroad bed and combine the lots into one parcel. The combining of such will ultimately be the decision of Stearns County. In addition, Mr. Lewis is currently going through the process of obtaining ownership of Outlet A at this time. The city will not accept the final plat and application for such until ownership is secured and clear title obtained. At the time of the final plat, it will be noted that the lots as is are non-buildable and landlocked. Therefore, each tract will need to be conveyed for purposes of attachment to contiguous lots. A development agreement and parkland dedication will be addressed with the final plat. They have the option to ask to have the parkland dedication fees waived if they so desire. And I will turn it over to Mr. Lewis if you have anything to add.
No, you guys said it well. I guess the only thing is the parkland and stuff. Obviously, we appreciate that being waived since it's a very old issue we're taking care of. I believe you're all aware that we're doing the whole railroad abatement going not only to our properties, but all the abating properties as well. So the Valley Industries, I'm gonna pull my thing just to make sure. It's just Lewis Industries, it's Valley Industries, or it's legally the Savage Land, it's the Beastman Trucking property, it's the Ineza Grande and the Northern Natural Gas. Every one of those companies that own something on that lot is gonna get their portion of that railroad bed reassigned to them.
Good deal. Okay. If there's any
questions?
Yeah, any questions or discussions before we move forward? Katie, anything?
No, nothing to complain about this time.
That was not what I was implying. Then we'd be looking for a motion to, help me if I'm stating this correctly, Jennifer.
Hearing, don't we, first?
You are, thank you. You
Yeah.
are correct. All right. If there's no further comments, we'll close the public hearing and move back to our normal planning commission. Great. All right, so now we're back in our planning commission meeting, and I was looking for an action sheet, or if it's just a motion that's pre-printed, or do we just motion as printed in our notes?
The motion that you could take up is on page 5, at the bottom of page 5.
There it is. Thank you. I would make the motion to approve the report and recommendation of planning board regarding application for approval of preliminary plat entitled subdivision of Outlet A Paydelco and recommend such to the city council. Is there a second?
I second it.
All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
All those opposed? Passes. I guess we're good there, Mr. Lance?
All right, thank you, everybody, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anything else, let me know.
Thank you.
So that took care of
I'm trying to get there.
I know it's-
It wasn't moving.
all of new business. There's no old business. Informational, we took care of the building report. Thank you, Jennifer. Next meeting is Monday. Anything further to discuss before we adjourn?
May I be recognized by the chair? May I be recognized by the chair?
I do recognize it. I know who you are. Yes, sir.
I would like to bring forth a chicken proposal, and I would like to get some input from the public before we finalize anything to be put in front of the board. And so I'm wondering if we can put that under new business next month, and then to go ahead and send you out a draft to all of the planning board members so that I can also get their input before writing it up.
And I assume you've kind of revisited the history that has been in place, what, 2 years
No, more
ago?
than that.
3 years ago? It couldn't have been much more, because I haven't been here that long.
Yeah.
The chicken issue has come and gone twice, if not more. And at the last time, they said no to the chickens.
What is the chicken issue?
Right now, you can't have chickens in town.
Oh,
They are considered a farm animal according to the ordinance, and they're just simply not allowed.
Okay.
There is chickens allowed in New London, which is our neighboring city over here, Minneapolis, and a lot of cities within Minnesota allow chickens. I think the previous ordinances did not pass because they did not address several really important issues, such as how many chickens you can have, requirements for cleanliness and things of that nature. So I would really like to address everybody's concerns in a way that's fair, and hopefully people can have the right to have chickens. So
Okay.
Okay.
I guess we're gonna revisit the chicken process. I know Jennifer's excited about that.
She's in favor of chickens.
Fair enough. I like chickens. Our neighbors had chickens for
Of course,
years.
she lives on a farm, so of course she has.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'm all about giving people more rights, so I got no issues revisiting. Matter of fact, I was a proponent, is that the right word?
Yes.
Well, a proponent of it the last time it came through, so, okay, we'll revisit it.
thank you.
So I will just wait, I'll just list it on the agenda, or are you going to provide something to produce with the agenda?
I'm going to email out what I have to the planning board, and then once I address those issues,
It should go to Jennifer, and so she can send it out to us.
okay, so I'll send it to Jennifer, and then Jennifer can forward it to the planning board, and then if I can get feedback from that and make adjustments based on your feedback, then I would like it added to the agenda for next.
Perfect, and I can walk you through that timeline too. That'd be great.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, anything further? Meeting adjourned. Thanks, folks. All right, Mr. Tarek, am I pronouncing it correctly? Because
Yep.
I'm always paranoid that I'm wrecking it.
No, actually, you're
Tar?
Yeah, you got it.
Where do I sign here, Captain?
She
Right
has a
here?
mark,
Yep.
yep. Jennifer has little flags everywhere.
Yeah, you can't miss the flags.
A successful short meeting.
Yes.
I almost didn't come.